Hi all, I hope you can hear me. I see Amanda's here, so if you can just let me know that you can hear me and you can see me all okay. And okay, that's great. Okay, well, it's nice to see you. Let's give a few people a bit more chance to get here, and then we'll get into it today. If anyone's got any questions before we start, please ask, and if I can answer them, I will. Oh, thanks. Someone's just wished me a happy birthday. So thank you. Yeah, it was yesterday. I can try and forget about it now. But yeah, thanks very much. Everyone that's wished me a happy birthday over the last few days. It's been really kind of you. And hope for many more. My dad's 96 or something now. So there's hope yet. So, okay. Has anyone got any questions? We'll wait till the time, and it's 4 o'clock now, so we can get into this. Okay, well, I hope you all had a good week, and I hope you're staying well and staying safe and getting through all the craziness of this crisis. Today's topic, if you like, is going to be gratitude and appreciation. And I know in this crisis we're in at the moment, it's very easy and natural to focus on all the things that we're having to go without, all the risks around us, all the things that are changing in our lives. And, you know, there are people that are losing people. But what I'm going to focus on, ask you to do today, is take a bit of time out just for you to focus on the things that we can have some appreciation for and gratitude for, even if it is just for being well at this point in time. And as I have said a couple of times, you know, the thing about this crisis, what it's done for me, and I'm sure it's done for many other people, is made us look once again at what's really important, the things that really matter to us, the things that really count in our life. And I imagine for you, it's the same for me. It's become apparent that those things aren't the material things. It's things that are nice to have, but they're not the most important things in our life. Be able to hug our family, hug our friends, meet our friends for coffee, meet our friends for, you know, go out for an evening meal. All of those things we've sort of taken for granted. When we haven't got them, we realize how important that is. So today is going to be just about focusing on the things that we can be grateful for and the things that we can appreciate even now. You know, we've spoke about this before when we spoke about happiness and how to be happy now. And one of the things that I say is if we're doing things in order to be happy, then we're doing them in the wrong order. You know, a lot of people say, well, I'll be happy when this crisis is over. I'll be happy when I pay my mortgage off. I'll be happy when this happens. And if we're focused on being happy when something happens, what we're actually saying is we're not happy now. And in that situation, the same with gratitude and appreciation. What I ask people to do is to look at the things they can be happy about now. That doesn't stop you striving from having the material things that you want, but that having those things is no longer dependent. Your happiness is no longer dependent on having those things. So it's the same with gratitude and appreciation. I want you to take this bit of time that we have together today. I'm going to hypnotize you later on to just focus on the things we can be grateful for now, the things that we can appreciate now. And at some point, I'm going to use that feeling of gratitude and appreciation to eliminate any of the irrational fears, anxiety, and stress you're feeling, which is perfectly natural because of our situation at the moment. You know, we're unsure about our future, our careers, our finances, you know, even our health and our family's health. All of those things are natural to feel sort of anxious about. But today we're going to help you alleviate any of the irrational fears and anxieties that you have that you don't need at this point in time. We need to be as well as we can be at this point in time. So that's what this topic is going to be about today. So I hope you're going to get into this with me. A few months ago, I developed a protocol I called a thanks protocol. And I won't get into how that came about, but it's really about showing appreciation to ourselves and to others. Now, I train people all over the world how to be hypnotherapists. And I think 5 continents. You know, my son and I have worked training people how to be hypnotherapists. And one of the things I say to my students is that when we're working with a client, the way our intention is important. And so to hold these words or run this loop in our mind when we're talking to our client, and the words are this: I care about you and I want you to be well. If you think it's appropriate to say it, then say it. But what I say to my students, we should always hold that in our heart, because I think if we're holding that in our heart, and why would you not if you're a therapist and someone asks for your help? But so many times people get into therapy and they lose the human aspect in that. You know, our natural desire to help other people. So running that loop in our mind, I care about you and I want you to be well. Now, I've been teaching my students to say this for a very long time, or to hold it in their heart. But last year, my son and I ran training in India. It was the first time I'd been to India. And we were going out then. And one of the things my son and I do when we travel abroad is we have this little competition between each other, where we see who can learn as much of the language as we can before we get there. So when we went to Brazil, you know, we were learning Brazilian Portuguese. And when we were going to India last year, unbeknownst to me, my son had got a kind of a head start on me learning Hindi. And so I asked a friend I was saying this about my son, Anthony, how he had already got a head start on me. And this friend said, well, really, if you're going to India, all you really need is the greeting, which is namaste. So I said, what does that mean? And he said, it means I recognize the God within you. Now, I think that's a wonderful greeting, but I'm not a religious man. And so by changing one letter in that sentence, it became, I recognize the good within you. So the thanks protocol has come from these little phrases, if you like. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you and I want you to be well. Now, when we're working with other people or working with our family, or even if we're helping our family, by running those words in our mind and aiming it outwardly toward the person that's asked for our help, I believe that at some level we pick that up. But the joy of that is that we can use it on ourselves, because most of the time, if not all of the time, we don't show ourselves the gratitude we have for the way we live or the appreciation of who we are. So today, when I help you to go into hypnosis, I am going to get you to, all of us, to breathe together. And then I'm going to run these words with you. And I hope that those words are going to resonate with you. And it will take you deeper and deeper into that wonderful state of hypnosis, where we can make these changes and alleviate any irrational fear and anxiety and stress you may be feeling. And also get that understanding of appreciation for what we have, you know, and how lucky we are to have each other. You know, this group of people that join me every week here, who are part of this collective desire for other people to be well. So I'm going to run those words to help you go into hypnosis. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, as you go into hypnosis, just to repeat those words in your own mind. And what I'll do is I'll put those words up somewhere so that you can use them yourself. I use it in the morning when I wake up. That moment when I'm actually sort of awake as a mind, but my body's still asleep. And I run it for 3 or 4 minutes, breathing deeply. You know, on the in-breath, I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. I want you to be well. And I aim that at my own self. As I said, but you can use this for others, you can help others with it. But to use it as a kind of meditation, maybe 4 or 5 minutes a day, where you just show yourself appreciation and gratitude for who you are and who you are as a person, and the love that you share and the love that you get from other people. So we're going to use that, what I call the thanks protocol today, to help you go into hypnosis. And at some point, because these are my simple beliefs, if you like, our unconscious mind, our instinctive, unconscious, intuitive part of who we are, is only ever trying to do one of 2 things for you. This is a Freddy theory, for what as I like to say. it's only ever trying to do one thing, for one of two things. It's either trying to protect you or it's trying to give you pleasure. And as fear and anxiety is not about pleasure, it has to be about protection. So at some point when I help you to go into hypnosis today, I'm going to speak directly to the part of you that is running that protective mechanism. I'm going to ask it to explain what it's doing for you, why you've been feeling anxious or stressed. And it's pretty obvious. It's trying to protect you. But I'm going to ask the question anyway. And then I'm going to ask it to go to your creative mind, the part of you that dreams, that has ideas, that makes plans, and allow that wonderful creative mind to run and flow and work and come up with lots of new choices, new ways of keeping you safe, well, and protected, because it's not going to give up that job. So keep you safe, well, and protected, but at the same time allowing you the freedom from any irrational fear, anxiety, dread, or stress that's been holding you back. Now, providing your creative mind can come up with new choices, and I've never known anyone who can't, I'm going to ask the part of you that runs that protective mechanism to pick one of those new choices and do that for you. And when that happens, I promise you, any irrational fear and anxiety and stress you've been feeling will be gone. And you'll have that feeling of freedom. So you can take the time out for yourself. And I'm going to ask you once again to do this. You know, understand your worth and your value. Take the time out for yourself at some point, even if it's every day or every other day, to spend 5 minutes just running that protocol in your mind. You're running these words in your mind. I'm going to say it once again, and then I'm going to help you go into hypnosis. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. I want you to be well. Just run those words for yourself. And at the same time, breathing deeply. Most of the time, we only breathe like this. And when we breathe deeply, we can change our body. We can change our mind by allowing ourselves to breathe properly just for a while. And by running that protocol with yourself, you'll find yourself just doing that. Taking that deep breath in. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. I want you to be well. So if you're ready to just take time out for you, if you're ready to go into the most wonderful state of hypnosis, where you can make these changes at a molecular, cellular level that will allow you the best opportunity to be as well as you can be physically, to be as calm as you can be psychologically, okay? So what I could do is this, and I'll say this first. No matter how deep you go into hypnosis, that chair will support you. And if for any reason the internet goes off, the signal goes down, you will drift back up feeling absolutely wonderful. So what I'd like you to do, make sure you're in a safe, comfortable place. Place your hands lightly on your legs. Place your feet separately. And when you're ready to go into this wonderful state of hypnosis, I'd like you to do this. I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just allow your eyes to close, but only as quickly as you're ready to make these changes you want. That's right. Because with your eyes closed, you can begin to relax. Although at times you may be more aware of some things than you were before. Sounds in the room, sound of my voice, certain sensations, the comfort of the chair, the beating of your heart, and the thoughts and images that drift into your mind automatically. Just for a moment, focus on your body and allow your body to relax. And now think about the people you love, the people that love you, whether that's your partner, whether it's your child, whether it's your mother, your father, your friend. But just think about the people you love right now. See that face, feel that love right now. And as you feel that love, as you see those faces, every negative, limiting belief that you or anyone else have placed on you disappears from your mind and your body. As you feel that love now, every irrational fear and anxiety starts to dissipate from your mind and your body. Because with your eyes closed, it becomes easier to become more and more aware of a variety of things that otherwise may go overlooked or ignored. Thoughts, feelings, sensations. The alteration of awareness as the mind begins that gradual letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to be aware of exactly where the arms are positioned, or the hands or fingers. Even the effort it takes to be aware of which leg seems to relax more quickly or completely than the other may seem to be too much effort to bother making. It's so much easier simply to relax and enjoy that letting go, allowing events to occur in their own time, in their own way, as you begin to learn even more than before about your abilities, your capacities to learn as you relax. And the mind begins to drift down toward a place of peaceful, calm, inner awareness. A place that almost seems to give off signals that directs awareness down toward it, into it. More and more comfortably, more and more effortlessly, more and more completely and deeply than before. Where even the effort it takes to be aware of the sound of my voice or the meaning of my words may almost seem to be too much effort to bother making. It's so much easier simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. Allowing events to occur in their own time, in their own way. Deeper, deeper, deeper down. Imagine you're just drifting down through space and time. Just for a while. Nobody wants anything. No one expects anything. There is nothing for you to do but to relax. Nothing bothers or affects you. Nothing disturbs you. 10, 20, 100 times deeper. Imagine now you're just drifting down through space and time, down toward a place of total bliss. And as you drift deeper and deeper, I'm going to repeat those words. And as you hear those words, each word is going to take you deeper and deeper into the most profound, wonderful state of hypnosis. And as I say those words, I want you to imagine those words are being said to you, by you. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. And I want you to be well. Deeper, deeper down into that feeling now. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. And I want you to be well. And as I say that for the third time, those words will resonate within you. And they'll continue as you go deeper and deeper into the most profound state of hypnosis now. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. And I want you to be well. Deeper, deeper down. As you drift even deeper, my voice, my words will drift with you to become a part of your experience now. And every word I say is going to take you even deeper into that wonderful state of hypnosis. Everything I say now becomes your reality. Every suggestion I give you, you'll act upon, carry out without hesitation, is now your reality. Because you have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And that unconscious mind, the back of the mind, can continue to hear, to understand and respond to those things I might say without the need for you to do anything at all. It's so much easier for the conscious mind simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. to tell the exact position of arms, legs, or the entire body now that seems to drift through time and space. That wonderful free floating place of effortless relaxation and letting go. Allowing events to occur in their own time, in their own way, as you drift as a mind. And that mind drifts without boundaries, without borders, without limits. Just for a moment, see yourself out there. It's the summer, it's the autumn of 2020. You've got your freedom back. You're with the people you love. You're fit and well. And you're free of every negative, limiting belief, every ounce of anxiety and stress. And I want you to notice the way you move. Step into that body and feel what it feels like to be free. Free of every ounce of stress and anxiety. Free to be. The unconscious mind can allow those changes to occur, while the conscious mind drifts off someplace else entirely now. That's right, in your own time, in your own way. Aware of events that occur along the way, as the unconscious mind utilizes that opportunity to alter your awareness and to continue that learning in whatever way is the right way for you. Learning that feeling of letting go, allowing the unconscious to assume more and more responsibility for guiding, directing awareness as you continue to learn even more than before about your abilities, your capacities to learn as you relax. As you relax and enter into the trance more and more comfortably, more and more effortlessly, more and more completely and deeply than before. And I can wonder whether you're aware that you've drifted deeply into hypnosis. Because the deeper you go, the better you will feel. The better you feel, the deeper you'll go. 10, 20, 100 times deeper. Imagine you just dropping down toward that place of total bliss. Just for a while, nothing else matters except for you, the sound of my voice, and that feeling of freedom. Deeper, deeper, deeper down now. And as you drift even deeper, you can use your unconscious mind as a resource that you can learn from and really have an experience, one that's satisfactory to you. And all that's needed to build a good rapport with the unconscious is to have a line of communication. And sometimes the unconscious communicates by movement. And it may be that the eye reflex changes and the eyes flicker, or the head moves slightly to indicate yes, or a muscle twitches involuntarily. That's right, you can try and get those eyes still, find they flicker even more. It may be that the left hand moves all by itself, starts to feel lighter and lighter, starts to drift up to indicate yes, or the right arm goes even higher. Only the unconscious mind knows which it will use, because the unconscious mind knows more about you than anyone else. And so as you drift deeply into hypnosis, even deeper than before, I'd like your unconscious mind, search through all the things in your life, pick one thing that is of vital and utmost importance to your happiness, your well-being, your freedom, something you'd love to be free of, or a way you'd love to feel, or something that no longer suits you that you'd love to be free of. And when the unconscious mind has made that choice, I'd like it to allow you to know by allowing that honest unconscious movement to occur. And I don't know whether it'll be the left hand, right hand, both hands that drift up as the eyes flicker, or a muscle twitches or your breathing changes, but you'll know before I do as the movement begins. One thing that is of vital and utmost importance to your life, your happiness, your well-being, something you'd love to be free of, or a way you'd love to feel, or freedom from something that no longer suits you. And when the unconscious mind's made that choice, I'd like it to increase those signals so that you understand. And as you drift even deeper, as the unconscious mind searches, the mind automatically moves toward those thoughts and ideas, images that clarify most clearly for you the very things you know and do that seem to get in the way. Awareness migrates toward things that need attention, the same way animals migrate, without thinking, without trying. They just seem to know when to go, where to go, what to do to take care of themselves. An inner voice, an inner awareness that moves the birds, the animals from place to place, that makes them restless, something not right, and draws their attention toward that uncomfortable feeling and sets them in motion. And they move hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, taking care of their young, taking care of themselves. No one knows how it feels to be a bird or a dolphin or a butterfly that suddenly knows the time is right for a change, that suddenly knows the exact change needed. But we can relax and imagine how it might feel to gradually, suddenly recognize that feeling, that something needs to change. It needs to change now. And to know without knowing what needs to be done, to be told without hearing by that inner voice to do this now, and to have actions flow from those feelings, responding effortlessly, automatically to that inner voice that tells us what to do and when and how to do it. To be born with that knowledge, trust that feeling, to be so comfortably aware of yourself that everything becomes easier. And now I'd like your unconscious mind to hand over those signals to the part of you that is responsible for that protective mechanism, the part of you that's been making you aware of everything that could possibly go wrong, the part of you that's been looking after you for all these years. And when that part has taken full control of those signals, I'd like it to increase those signals so that you understand that it's taken control. And even as you become aware of certain sensations now, that's right. Now I'd like to ask that part to explain to you what it is that it's been doing for you, what the positive intention behind that feeling of anxiety and stress has been, why you've been feeling that anxiety and stress. And when you fully understand the reason why you've been anxious, why you've been afraid, I'd like the unconscious mind and that part that is responsible for that protective behavior to allow that signal to occur so that you understand, that you know the reason. Now I'd like to ask that part to go to the creative mind, the part of you that dreams and has ideas and makes plans, and allow that wonderful creative mind to run and flow and work and come up with lots of new choices, lots of new ways of keeping you safe and protected, but at the same time allowing you total freedom from any irrational fear, anxiety or stress. Allow you the natural concerns that everyone should have so you can be safe, but allow you total freedom from the irrational fear and anxiety that you may have been experiencing. Each time it identifies a new choice that it believes will keep you safe and well, but at the same time allowing you the freedom from the irrational anxiety and stress, I'd like it to increase those signals. I'd like to reassure that part that runs that protective mechanism. It doesn't have to take any of the new choices. It doesn't have to give up the irrational fear and anxiety. It simply has to go in and get lots of new choices for you. And each time it identifies a new choice, I'd like it to allow you to know by allowing that signal to occur. That's right, eyes flickering, breathing changing, body moving deeper, deeper, deeper down now. And as that part searches, I want you for a moment, once again, to think about the people you love, people that love you. And to feel that feeling of gratitude and appreciation for all it is, for the love that you have, for the health that you have, for the freedom that you have. And just for a while, feel that feeling of gratitude and appreciation flooding your body. Think about the things you've achieved in your life, the love that you've found, the friends that you have, all of the wonderful things that you've experienced so far in your life. And feel that feeling of gratitude and appreciation now. And your understanding about your worth and your value and just how loved you are. And it's so good to be alive to experience that love and that freedom. See those faces now. Friends, family. Feel that love right now. And feel that love now like a burning hot sun in a summer sky. And shrink it down to a white hot ball of light as big as a golf ball. And pull that wonderful feeling of light and love into the very core of your being, into the very center of your being. Feel it now. And feel it emanating out into every cell, every fiber, into the very marrow of your bones, pushing out every dark cloud of anxiety and stress, every irrational fear, every negative thought. Feel that light and that love flooding your body and your mind, lifting you up, lighting you up. Feel it now. And feel those dark clouds of doubt and anxiety being pushed out of your body under the force of that love and that light. Feel it now. Imagine just for a moment, just for a while, you're drifting up out of your body. Imagine you're drifting up out of your body and leaving your body in that chair for a while. And feel that feeling of liberation as you drift away from your physical being, the essence of who you are, drifting up out of your body. And imagine you're drifting higher and higher now, like a helium balloon that some young girl has let go of in the park, just drifting up into that blue sky, higher and higher. Imagine you're drifting so high now that you can look down and you can see that beautiful blue planet below you. You can see the planet Earth below you. You can see the whites of the clouds and the mountaintops. You can see the greens of the forests and the jungles. You can see the blue of the ocean. You can see that beautiful planet way down below you. And notice as you watch that planet from way, way off, how your perspective changes. You can think about the 7 billion people on that planet, of which you are one. And notice how your perspective changes. Things that had seemed overwhelming no longer have any power over you. Things that had seemed hard to do or overcome no longer have any power over you. Now in your mind's eye, see a target between you and that planet, a massive target down below you. You can see the colored bands, you can see the very center, the bullseye. Now in the very center of that target is every ounce of anxiety and stress, every ounce of pain, physical and emotional, every negative limiting belief that you or anyone else ever placed on you is in the very center of that target. Now in a moment, I'm going to make this sound. As I make that sound, you're going to be fired, shot like an arrow, straight through the center of that target and straight out the other side into a space of total bliss. But I want you to be brave about this, Because as you go through the center of that target, you may experience that anxiety and stress. You may experience the useless, unnecessary physical or emotional pain you've been experiencing for a split second, a millisecond. But be brave. This is the last time it's ever going to affect you. So get ready. As I make that sound, you're going to be fired, shot like an arrow, straight through that target, straight out the other side into a space of total bliss. Get ready. Now you're out the other side, just drifting in that space of bliss. Once again, see the faces of the people you love, people that love you, and feel that love once again flooding your body and your mind. The most incredible thing of light and love. Feel it now. And as you feel that love, every ounce of physical and emotional pain's gone from your body. Every ounce of anxiety and stress gone from your mind, replaced by a feeling of freedom, a feeling of joy. Feel it now. Now imagine drifting across the other side of that room. So you can see yourself sitting in that chair. You can see the clothes you're wearing. You can hear my voice. And notice as you watch yourself from the other side of the room, how every ounce of anxiety and stress has gone from your mind and your body. Every ounce of useless, unnecessary, physical and emotional pain gone from your body. You cannot feel it, you cannot experience it. I'd like your unconscious mind to make those changes now that will allow you that freedom forever. Freedom from every ounce of irrational fear and anxiety, freedom from every ounce of useless, unnecessary physical and emotional pain. Only when the unconscious mind knows and has made those changes at a molecular, cellular, neuron level, and allows the conscious mind to accept the changes made. Only then will you drift back over to your body, drop down into your body in that chair, and go even deeper into the most wonderful, profound state of hypnosis. And as you drift back over, I'm going to repeat those words again. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you. I want you to be well. And as you drift back into your body and go even deeper into that wonderful state of hypnosis, deeper, deeper down now. Every word I say is going to take you even deeper. Deeper you go, the better you feel. And now I'd like to ask that part that runs that protective mechanism to pick one of the new choices, the one that it believes is the most immediate, available and effective, the one that it believes will keep you safe, well and protected, but at the same time allowing you total freedom from every ounce of irrational fear and anxiety and stress. Free to be, free to live, free to love, free to enjoy once again. And when it's made that choice, I want it to increase those signals so that you understand. And as you become aware of that movement, it increases now. When it's made that choice, the one that it believes will keep you safe and well and protected, but at the same time allowing you total freedom from the irrational fear and anxiety and stress, I want it to make that signal clear to you. And now I'd like to ask that part to take this new choice, integrate it into your body and your mind at a molecular, cellular level. And when it's done that for you completely, I want it to increase those signals so that you understand. And now I'd like to thank that part that runs that protective mechanism for looking after you and making those changes now. And from today, no matter how hard you try, you will never experience that irrational fear and anxiety again. The harder you try to remember what it felt like to be afraid or anxious or stressed, the calmer and more courageous you become. From today, no matter how hard you try, you will never experience that anxiety and stress again. The harder you try and remember what it felt like, the more courageous, the calmer you become. And your understanding of just how loved you are, your real worth, your real value, as a person, as a being. From today, you're going to exercise your right, your privilege to be happy, to be well. I know you're going to enjoy being happily unconcerned, unable to remember to be anxious or afraid, because now you're going to enter every day knowing you're protected, knowing you're loved. Once again, see the face of the people you love, people that love you, and feel that love once again flooding your body and your mind. And as that feeling grows, notice how every ounce of stress and anxiety is gone from your mind and your body. Every irrational thought, every ounce of useless, unnecessary pain and discomfort has gone from your mind and your body. And feel that feeling of freedom now. And feel that feeling of love and gratitude and appreciation for all it is. Feel it now. Let that feeling flood your mind and your body as you go deeper, deeper, deeper down now. And as you drift into that wonderful space, my voice, my words will continue to drift with you to become a part of your experience now. The deeper you go, the better you feel. You know, it's easy to forget. We put our keys down sometimes, we forget where we put them. It's easy to forget. And you will forget to remember to be stressed or anxious. You'll forget to remember to think about any useless, unnecessary pain. And I don't know, it'll be a minute from now, an hour from now, 20 years from now, when you suddenly realize you've been thinking about something else entirely. And every ounce of stress and anxiety, every useless, unnecessary, physical and emotional pain disappeared from your body right here, right now, replaced by a feeling of freedom, a feeling of gratitude, a feeling of appreciation for all it is, for all that you are. Feel it now. And it may be interesting for you to think about what you've experienced here today. The thoughts and understandings, how you may use these things from one day to the next. Because you have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And those two minds will learn from your experiences here today. Some things that you can utilize to deal more effectively with those things that had been a problem for you before. And it's your privilege. Use this experience. Think about the things you can do. Strengths, abilities, skills, the love that you may have overlooked before, that will allow you a clear view of the possibilities of a new way of living, a new way of being. Take that time now, a brief time that seems to be a long time. Review and plan at some level of awareness the things you're going to do later on, the things you're going to change later on, as you continue to use more and more of you. Take that time now. Go out into the future. It's the summer. It's the autumn 2020. It's one of those beautiful days, and you're there once again with the people you love, being able to hold them, being able to have that time together with your friends, your loved ones. See it clearly in your mind. Step into that body and feel what it feels like to be free. Free of every ounce of anxiety and stress, free of every ounce of useless, unnecessary pain. And look back to now and notice the things you did along the way that led to that wonderful feeling of freedom. Because now you know where you're going, and now you know how good you'll feel when you get there. There's not a force on this planet that's going to keep you from achieving that goal. Go with your unconscious as often as you need to. It may be interesting for you to know that in that relaxed, drifting state of mind, where thoughts drift by like dreams, and some enter the mind, some drift through the mind, and some are left behind to be used later on. Others are remembered or seem to be remembered at first, but then become more and more distant, forgotten over time. And this entire experience may seem so far away, like a dream you had, you wanted to tell someone about, but then just disappeared. as the unconscious mind protects the conscious mind, leaves those things behind, forgotten but remembered too. And time changes too, so you'll know what a trance it's been. When you begin to know that what seemed to be a short time turned out to be a long time, or what seemed a long time was really no time at all. And so as you drift even deeper into that wonderful space, go over it with your unconscious often as you need to know that you're free. Only when the unconscious mind knows and has made those changes and allows the conscious mind to accept the changes made. Because in a while, I'm going to count to 10. Every suggestion I've given you, you'll act upon and carry out without hesitation is now your reality. On 8, your eyes will open. You're going to feel incredible. Like you've had a ton weight lifted, like you've had the blinkers removed. You'll see things differently. You'll experience life differently. And on 10, that feeling of freedom, that newfound freedom and courage, that newfound feeling of comfort and joy, it's going to grow stronger day by day. So get ready. As I count to 10, on 8, your eyes will open. You will feel incredible. Every suggestion I've given you, you'll act upon. And on 10, that feeling of freedom is going to grow stronger day by day. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful now. 2, to achieve all the things you want to achieve and do it brilliantly. 3, a feeling of freedom from every negative, limiting belief, every ounce of anxiety. 4, feel the force of that energy and joy and love through every cell, every fiber of your body. 5, feeling incredibly alive now. 6, 7, 8, eyes opening, feeling absolutely wonderful. 9, 10. Okay, take your time, allow yourself to drift into that wonderful space and accept whatever happens. You can try and feel that fear now and find you cannot. Try and feel that useless, unnecessary pain and find you cannot. The harder you try and remember what it felt like, the further away it goes. I know you're going to enjoy being happily unconcerned, unable to remember to be anxious or afraid. Because now you're going to enter every day knowing you're free. I hope you've enjoyed the experience. And I'm going to be doing this every Friday. If you have any ideas for something you'd like to change that's a kind of general thing, then let me know and I'll arrange to make that happen. But I do wish you all the best. You know, keep up the good work, keeping yourself safe, keeping others safe, keeping our distance, do what we have to do. And just as a parting note, I want you just to show appreciation, something we don't normally do, for our eyebrows, because we underestimate the communication we get through our eyebrows. And we're going to be wearing masks on public transport. Our eyebrows communication is going to be even more important. So it's important to know where your eyebrows are at all times. You know, I'll be speaking to you for the next minute or so, eyebrows up. Sometimes they might be down, but normally they'll be up. So be aware of your eyebrows. Let me leave you with that thought, to be aware of where you are. You know, if there are certain times when you must be aware of your eyebrows. If you're asking someone where the public toilet is, that's an eyebrow up situation. You know, can you tell me where the toilets are? Not, can you tell me where the toilets are? So be aware. If you're checking your pockets, again, that's like eyebrows down, not eyebrows up. Okay, so just a parting note, make you smile, have a beautiful day, have a beautiful life, show appreciation for others, show appreciation to yourself, and accept whatever happens. Have a wonderful week. If you've got any questions, I'll have a quick look and I'll answer them. But if you've got to go somewhere, get out in the sun, if there's any around, enjoy yourself. But I hope you've enjoyed the experience and the session. I'm going to be around, as I said. Contact me and contact the College of Medicine and Integrated Health. If you're not already a member, become a member. They're a fantastic association, brilliant people doing brilliant work. So if you haven't already done that, the website address is up. They're going to have a look and see what they're up to, because they're doing fantastic work. Okay. And if you want to know anything more about me, I think my website's up there, freddyjacquin.com. And what I'd like all of you that's still with me at the moment, this next week, we're launching an app called the Painkiller app. It's based on my arrow technique. You better download it onto your iPhone, iPad, your Android phones. I want millions of people to benefit from that. They can go on with their phone. It's got my voice on it. That's the only downside to it. It's got my voice on it. It's 10 minutes or so, where if you've got chronic pain, whether it's emotional or physical, or whether it's anxiety or fear, you can go on, download the app, take the time out to listen to it and alleviate or eliminate that useless, unnecessary pain. And what I'm asking everyone to do is, well, I'm gonna let you know about that app. I'll probably email you when it's out. And if you could just use it and give me your feedback. So we want this to be the best it can be. So I'd love feedback from you. If you're doctors, nurses, or anyone that's helping other people who are in pain of any kind, then please let them know about the app. I'll tell you more about it next week, or I'll email you with the details. And that would be really good of you to just have a look at it for me, listen to it, and let me know what you think of it, okay? So let me see if there's any questions here. There's a couple of questions. Let me just see. It's Amanda thanking me for the class. Well, you're welcome, Amanda. Amanda, yeah, weirdo eyebrows. Well, you'll be thinking about it now, whether you like it or not. You'll be aware of where your eyebrows are at all time. Carol just said thank you, and thanks for joining me, Carol. Please repeat the phrase. Okay, I'm going to do it for you now. The thanks protocol. Okay, if you've got pen and paper, you can write it down. But you can write this down, and I want you just to take the time out for yourself to repeat it to yourself, because I promise you it'll make a difference in your life if you do this. Here are the words. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you, and I want you to be well. I'll say it one more time, and it's going to resonate, and you're going to be thinking about these words as you go about the rest of your day, and it will help you. Remember to breathe deeply for a while. Treat yourselves to some full lungfuls of oxygen. Okay, so here we go. I recognize the good within you. Thank you. I care about you, and I want you to be well. Okay, well, look, thanks, Evie, for your kind words. Stay well, everybody. Keep your distance till they say otherwise. Do what's right. You know, look after yourselves and look after others by listening to what all the science is saying and what the doctors are saying. And we'll all get through this together. Okay, take care. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.